Hey guys, in this video, we are going to talk about what to do if you feel overwhelmed or burnt out when you are trying to streamline your home. And my goal by the end of this video is to give you some action items that you can do to help yourself get over these hurdles and get back to streamlining so you can get those 7 hours added back to your week. The first thing that you want to do is you want to go back to why you are streamlining in the first place. Sometimes streamlining can be really tough, and when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to remember why you're actually doing this, and it can be really easy to get stuck and think, I don't really want to do this anymore. If you haven't figured out the deeper reasons that you want to streamline your home, I recommend that you do that. In my Streamline Your Home Quick Start Guide, I have a full page of questions that you can ask yourself that will really help you get to the root of why you want to streamline your home. This guide is completely free and you can grab that in the description down below. But if you don't want to use the quick start guide, that's okay. Just get out a notebook and a piece of paper and try to ask yourself lots of different questions about why you want this. Ask yourself what you want your house to look like when you are done. What are some things you think you'll be able to do when you're done? Things like that. And really try to dig deep and figure out why you should streamline your home. The second thing that you want to do is you want to go back to your plan and figure out if you're still on course or if you need to do a little course correction. Sometimes we create a plan and then as we're going along, we get a little sidetracked and we start doing things over here when we should be over there. So it doesn't matter which plan you're using, whether you are using the slow and steady method or the express train method, you just need to stick with whichever plan you are on. And if you aren't exactly sure which plan you should be on or you never really had a plan, in the Quick Start Guide, I also have some basic guidelines for how to create your plan for both ways, whether you are streamlining the slow and steady method or the express train method. So grab the guide and look at that and see which would make the most sense for you. The third thing you want to do if you are feeling overwhelmed or burned out is you want to make sure that you didn't forget the pre-step. So no matter which plan you do, I recommend kind of a groundwork laying step where you're getting everything ready. You're setting the stage for the streamlining. And in this step, you create a super simple meal plan. This is not your ultimate set it and forget it meal plan. No, that's pillar 3, and we aren't worrying about that yet. This is just a pre-step that is going to make it so that you have some extra time because we're going to take some of that time that you would have been spending either cooking or cleaning in the kitchen, and we're going to apply that time to streamlining. So I'm talking really simple, all 5 days of the week, same breakfast, something super simple to make and clean up. And then maybe one other breakfast that's a little bit more fun on the weekends. And same with lunches, super simple. I'm talking leftovers for lunch or sandwiches, something that is really, really easy for either you to make or for every member of the family to make their own for. And with weekend lunches, same thing, maybe something a little bit more interesting, but still very, very simple. And then you are going to choose 7, no more, no less, dinners. And these dinners are going to be super simple. The easiest dinners you can make, the easiest dinners you can clean up. And you are going to put this meal plan that you just created on repeat. And you are going to eat this meal plan every week until you get through at least the decluttering. Once you get to the creating your routines, you can mix some other things in here and there if you want to, but the decluttering part is going to take the bulk of your time. So if you haven't done that yet, really trim down your meal plan and really make it as simple as possible until you get that done. And that will immediately give you some of that time back so you can work on these things without getting burnt out. The other thing you need to do in the pre-step is you need to simplify your schedule. You want to simplify it down as much as you can so you can get those extra hours that you can dedicate to the streamlining so you can get it done quickly. The fourth thing you want to do if you are feeling burnt out or overwhelmed is stick with one step on your plan at a time. Now, the steps may be different if you are on the slow and steady path versus the express path, but one step, one at a time. Don't try to jump around and get fancy. It makes it much harder to stay on task when you do that. So, one step, finish that, move to the next step, finish that, move to the next step, and finish that, and so on. The fifth thing that you want to do if you're feeling overwhelmed or burned out is make sure you are completing the pillars in the right order. So first is decluttering, then we set up our routines, then we meal plan, and then we set up the budget. And when you do them in this order, they build on each other and make each successive pillar easier. So you have to spend the most time and energy up front on the decluttering, but once that is done, every other pillar will be much easier to complete. Now, if you have been doing all of the other things that I mentioned in this video and you are still feeling overwhelmed or stressed out, then simplify a step further. So go to Costco and grab a whole bunch of paper plates and a whole bunch of plastic forks, a whole bunch of plastic spoons, bowls, everything else you need. Paper napkins, I don't care. And use that when you are eating, because maybe you aren't able to keep up with keeping the kitchen clean and spend any time with all of the other streamlining tasks. So I would recommend just make your kitchen really easy to clean, and there you should give yourself at least another 20 to 30 minutes right there that you can spend on the streamlining. Once your house is streamlined, you will have a kitchen cleaning routine, and that piece will be much easier for you to manage. But if you need to do this in the meantime to just get your momentum going and to get your feet under you as you are streamlining, it's okay to do that. And it will just make it a lot easier for you to clean up after every meal, and you won't be wasting time doing that when you could have been streamlining. And the last thing I recommend you do if you are feeling overwhelmed and burned out is streamline quickly. Now, this may seem like a weird suggestion if you are already feeling overwhelmed and burned out, but that is very likely to happen if it is taking you too long to streamline. When you streamline quickly, you have the momentum on your side, you are getting things done, you're checking them off your list, and you're telling your brain every time you check something off your list, this is good, we like doing this, and your brain says, let's do it again, and you kind of get that dopamine response to actually doing what you need to do. So getting to the finish line of streamlining your home quickly can definitely help you not become burnt out. And I know I said the last one was the last thing, but then I just thought of one more, and that is to get an accountability buddy, or 2 or 3. The more people you have holding you accountable, the better, and the more you'll be motivated to continue with the process. See if you have a friend or 2 or 3 who would also like to streamline their homes, and see if you can do the whole project together, keeping everyone accountable. You could have a text group where everyone texts in their daily progress, and you just encourage and motivate each other on the journey. Now, if you have been feeling overwhelmed and burnt out with streamlining your home and you aren't quite sure how you are going to get to the finish line, my brand new membership is open for enrollment. And in this membership, my goal is to get you to having a streamlined home as quickly as possible. Inside the membership, there's also built-in accountability with weekly group coaching calls with me where I answer any questions live that anyone has so that everyone can be successful in the program. If this sounds like something that would help you on your streamlining journey, be sure to check it out right away because the membership will only be open until Sunday, May 19th at midnight. At that point, the membership will be closed to new members, and whenever enrollment opens again, the price will be higher than it is right now. So if you would like to snag that founding member price, be sure to check out Total Home Transformation before Sunday, May 19th at midnight. All right, guys, that's all I had for this video. I hope I will see you on the inside of the membership program, but if not, I will see you on the next video.